entry to get in is 117.50. Like it's a perfect entry on a 30-minute chart, but sometimes the stock doesn't even give you that. So what is you always have to understand what is the next best entry to get in, because sometimes when the buyers are aggressive, you won't have a very
Division V, what are you saying? There's an easy QQQ break retest.
There's one information that I was getting at the open was Nvidia was gapped up, right? Nvidia was gapped up around this area. It has a very good bounce. It held the 114, which was the important level, and then now it's gapping up. One thesis could be that it completely sells off and back to 114 as a good pullback again. Or if it holds the price around this 119 area, then it could be a very good chance it goes to 120 and 121. That's what my initial thesis was. Now, when I zoom in to a 30-minute chart, now let's see what else information we are getting. One of the information that we are getting is yesterday Nvidia was chopped up, but one very important level that we get was that it did not lift the 117.45 or 117.50. And today it was gapped up and now it was holding the 117.50 right here. The perfect entry to get in is 117.50. Like it's a perfect entry on a 30-minute chart, but sometimes the stock doesn't even give you that. So you always have to understand what is the next best entry to get in, because sometimes when the buyers are aggressive, you won't have a very, you know, good pullback to 117.50. And if it does that pullback, a lot of people would think of, it could be just a reversal and it would drop again because the sellers might take over. So a lot of buyers would not even let it drop to 117.50 from a technical standpoint, because if they let it drop to 117.50, the sellers would uh, get activated and the sellers would try to short it, which would sometimes become difficult for the buyers to absorb all the liquidity and move the price higher. So that was the case, that it won't come to 117.50, but I know there was an important level at 117.50 that was rejected multiple times the day before and the before that. So now what another information that I'm getting, first of all, it's gapped up, it's already sold off. Now you're looking for a bounce. Uh, Now what I do is what I look at the pre-market price action. And in the pre-market price action, what you can tell is, if you look at this was is really nicely scaling up, right? This is really nice. And now it was very no higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, and now it's consolidating right here. So this is the tight range that I want to see right here. This is the tight range. So now what my initial thing was, that if it claims this range, which is this 118.75, that's where I would go long. If it sells off, a lot of times it sells off, bounces, and claims this range, I'm long biased on the stock. And I think just because of the selling off, this stock has a very good chance of 118.75 and then scaling up. If it breaks the high right here at 119, I might even get a chance to add more if it performs an ABCD pattern. That was my initial thesis. But as the fate would have thought about it, I did not capture it. Andrew captured it very nicely. I had to step away from the desk to grab this parcel, and then I missed the initial move at the open. Now what I do is, now what I'm looking is, okay, I missed the boat for the initial thing. Now what do? Now I find a buyer who is actually stepping in higher. And the buyer that was trying to step in higher, I found that it was at 119.40. This is where it bounced right here, the buyer, and this was through the tape. Like I'm trying to find where the buyers are trying to step in at 1940, 1950. You can pinpoint those buyers. Every single time it came to 1940, it started bouncing. And that's the whole point of using that real intraday level. That is, you don't know the buyer is going to be at 1920, 1950, 1970. You don't know that. But through the tape, when you see multiple times when, and even with the price action too, you can see that they keep bouncing at 119.40, but I was able to see and identify on the tape as well. So you're not, and now I'm trying to use that to my advantage because I still think Nvidia is strong. And now I'm trying to use that to my advantage to capture this move to 120 and higher, hold higher, and then go to 121. So that was my initial plan and a thesis behind using the 1940 level. Now let me bring up the chart right here. Now let me, like, this is the area that I missed. This was the bounce. This was the first and the second bounce. Now I'm looking for the third bounce. It tried to bounce very quickly, bounce, and then again the slamming of the bits happened. I was like, okay, now it's gonna drop the 119.40. I cut my size. It hasn't closed yet, so I have to wait for it to close. But I keep cutting my size if I'm not comfortable with it. So I went back in, went back in. Again, it slammed a little bit, cut my size, and then again I added at the breakout. So I was trying to manage my risk, uh, even though my technical stop loss was below 1940. So I was not completely out in any case where, uh, what do you call, uh, I'm not completely getting up stopped out unless it closes below 1940. Not even one time it has closed below 1940. So I'm managing my risk, and this is also called a hesitation too, because you miss the real move inside you emotionally. You're not, you ideally I would have loved to be here, added more at these areas, and then scale out to the upside. But I couldn't do it, and emotionally I'm impacted too that I missed that boat of this thing. But now I'm trying to manage what is the next best opportunity, and this is the best opportunity where it pulls back. This is where a good ABCD pattern, now looking for the break of high of the day. And this was, I added more, added the breakout, and then scaled out to 120.60. I was thinking it would hold at these areas at this point, but I started seeing sellers at 120.30 around this area. And that's why I completely got out at break even at this point. Now this was my first trade. This is it looks a lot of getting in, getting out, but because that's how I trade. I basically try to manage my position by cutting my size until I'm completely proven wrong on the trade. Now, now that second trade that I took was again back at 1940. So if you look at it today, 1940 is the area of where I was taking. I pinpoint my entry and exit, and I just traded that. So 1940 again. I think this was the sentiment news came in, and this was dropped and was very quickly was bought back up, but it not did not have a momentum continuation. So I had to very quickly get out. But then again, 1940, the buyer stepped in. I cut my size back again, and then added back in for scale out to the top of the range, which was 120.30, and then finally stopped out at break even. So that's one of those trades. And then the real trade that came that actually worked out really nice for me. Yeah. So now there's one more trade I took, same at 119.40. This is the buyer I keep scaled out, added more, added more. As soon as it went below 1940, closed below 1940, I'm like, okay, this is gonna close. Let me get out. So there is no reason for me to be a part of this trade. Same again at 1940. I saw buyers stepping in because I kept seeing the buyers stepping in at tape reading. Like I kept seeing buyers stepping in at those, because I see when buyers imbalance is there, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna, because you get conviction because you see things in front of you, and that's exactly what I did. I went long again. This was the scale out, added heavy add, and now I'm very heavy add because I'm very close to my stop loss, which is 190.40. This was a very heavy add, and now you see it's like from 190.50, I just need one good trade for me to work out. So now you see this was a perfect add out, then scaled out, and now scale. Now 120.70 scaled out, and now it's going to 121. Yeah. So this was my 121. I'm still holding it. I'm still holding for the break of 121 right here. And that's how you pinpoint a specific level, identify where the buyers are, and every single trade was a buy. I never changed my bias. Okay, it came back below VWAP and below this thing, because when you're able to identify certain buyers and imbalance on one side, you would trade on that side. And it's just a matter of time that you'll be able to, capture those real meat of the move. And this is the meat of the move. This is from 1940, and now looking to break of the 121. This is what you call as a meat of the move, or at a given day. And I'm glad I'm able to capture that with big size as well. So yeah, that's what I traded on Nvidia.
Wow. You know, that resilience is amazing. You stop out, but you get back in. A lot of people break down, they take a couple of stops, but
Yeah, and
that's
one of a
important,
very
really.
common question that comes in, that why do you keep, because a lot of times it could be differentiated between revenge trading and getting back out and getting back in. You have to question yourself. Do you see it? If you see it, if I see it, like for you, for example, you have a thing, right? If you see that setup, you have to take that trade. And if I see those buyers on the tape, I have to get back in. If I don't see it, then it's a different case. But if I see those buyers, I have to get back in. And because my thesis and things that I'm trying to see is, when an imbalance you see on a buyer on the tape, you there could be few occasions that the other party can actually move the price against you for a little bit, but on a bigger picture they won't be able to do so because there is a big buyer imbalance there. So, and that's what that matters. So eventually that move comes in, and I'm glad I was able to capture that.
Nice. Brilliant. Yeah, revenge trading versus trading your setup over and over again. Big difference. It's so funny. I tell my mentees the same thing all the time. If your setup is there, you have to take the trade, and every trade is not related to the one before. Whether you won or lost the previous one is irrelevant. The truth is the next trade is what you got to focus on. And it's hard to compartmentalize like that, but that's what it takes. So
100%.
fantastic. Look at that. It's so funny. I have the exact same levels on my chart with the NVIDIA.
Oh, really?
121 breakout area that you're looking at. I mean, the same thing, and same
Yeah,
price
and
action, and but yeah, it goes to the
this is
same
like,
level.
if you look at the 30-minute chart, let me remove the trades. Uh let me remove it, and let's look at the 30-minute chart, okay, for this. Let's look at 5-minute chart. It's not that much of a data. So if you look at the 5-minute chart, this is the area that the stock was trading. This was consolidation right here.
Mm.
And then once it breaks out, this is from a price action standpoint, this becomes the resistance becomes a support. And and this is what a price action looks like.
Mm.
So yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, one of my mentees even took it this morning. We were trading together, and he took the breakout of the pre-market high. Just what is it, 119.20 or so, in the third or fourth minute or something, and targeting the top, and he held it all the way through. He was asking in between, asking me, should I take it off? Should I not? And I'm asking him, what is your target? And the target's 121, and he survived all the pullbacks and held it for something like an hour and a half or whatever it is, and hit the target. So a different way of doing things, but yeah, there you go. Know your strategy and stick to it. Really great.
Yeah.
Amazing the levels also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love that. Love that.
Yeah, I'm at a place I can date anybody now. So yeah, I'm dating sometimes. Like Tesla is my loyal girlfriend. I didn't trade Tesla today. Nvidia, I have a love and hate relationship sometimes. But Tesla is like loyal to me every single time. I did not trade Tesla, but I think I was long biased on Tesla, but I think these levels were, I was targeting 240, 250, and 244 area to get long, but now it's too far. Now it's back.
Your girlfriend Tesla got busy with me today, bro.
Oh, really? Yeah.
A little one and done
I
for her.
hope you had fun with Tesla.
Yes, it was fun. One and done. No need to trade again. So yeah, when my chart comes up here, guys, I'll show you how I got busy with Tesla.
Yeah, I think Carlos stepped away for a little bit.
Yeah, all good.
So
Mike, yeah,
Tesla,
had one, and yeah, Mike, yeah, just one trade, and I'll show you in a minute here with Tesla. Logan Paris is getting the sloppy seconds. He just doesn't know it. There you go. Oh man. Yeah, this market's been interesting with that news and then the pop-up and so many opportunities. I just decided one was enough for today. Not get too greedy like on most days. I just keep trading. Today I decided like, all right, I know there's gonna be setups, but forget about it. Time to take it easy. It's been intense already this whole week.
yeah, especially on a Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. Want to take it easy. I mean, yesterday I was trading from the open to the close, literally the whole day. I think I stepped away for 30 minutes at one point. That was it. And it was a huge day. So, um, don't have that much stamina in me today. But
Okay,
yeah.
I sold
Look,
some Nvidia around
nice. Yeah.
2019.
Yep. Hopped all the way through. Love it. Nvidia SPY as well breaking through now. Matthew, you want SPY levels? Yeah, my SPY levels are on the screen. You'll get them here in a moment. When the screen pops up.
Yeah, things are rallying today. It's a day
Yeah.
of rally.
Mhm. Yeah. I gotta say though, it's hard when you decide, okay, you're done, and then you see three perfect setups coming, and then you're like, wait a second, I'm not supposed to trade. I told myself I'm done. But so I've been sitting here like this for the last hour looking at these charts, and there's a lot of good opportunities. There's a lot. Like SPY was good earlier as well, and Nvidia as well. I didn't touch it, but you got that one. Tesla later as well, and I'm looking at Meta even now, getting ready to go from 605. So there's plenty of opportunities all around.
Man, I'm surprised with QBTS. I was looking at QBTS today to add it to my watch list, but I thought it was too small of a price to move. Today it moved like 38% from 770 to 990. That would have been any news on QBTS? I
I would not know these sorts of things. But wow, what a move, huh? Try and catch that.
yeah, it's
Great.
a 38, 39% move.
Nice. What's this name? Here we got Religio on YouTube. Please don't push it. Please don't. It's the same thing every day.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Come on, give me a break. My voice hurts. I'm on the microphone 5 hours a day. Uh, Sid Siddiqui, day trading is not my full-time gig. It's the primary gig, but it's not my full-time gig. I got other things going on too. So, yeah, actually that helps day trading. Even though day trading could pay the bills by itself, it's a matter of not putting too much stress on day trading so you can actually focus on it without being freaked out every time you struggle or every time you do well. Either way, you need to keep that in balance. So for that
Okay,
purpose, yeah,
your screen is back, Avi.
cool. Thank you. Yeah, for that reason, and also day trading doesn't provide different kinds of satisfaction, providing value and stuff. But here's where I played with Tesla today, quite simply. Looking at it, obviously at the gap. And what I'm looking at is the top of this 8 a.m. candle. It got there, right? It didn't sell off from there. And in the pre-market, it was just hanging around in that area, just consolidating right below it, and then right before the open, it popped up. It broke out, is what I'm seeing. So in the 1 minute, I look at it, going back to the market open or pre-market, you can see it's consolidating around that level. It's not selling off. It even made a new high. This is not a double top ready to go down. A new high is telling me the buyers are in charge. Pop below, and sure enough, right before the open, a few minutes before, I called that a breakout or consider that a breakout. So, a few minutes before the open, now I'm thinking the breakout's already happened. Now I'm just waiting for the retest. So at the open, I'm watching it comes down, starts bouncing off of this 146 zone. And that's where I get long. My target's up there. But as it went, it started to get really messy with the volatility, the momentum. So I just started scaling it off on its way. And I'll show you the options chart because I do it with options. Here it is. It's hard to see. It's all zoomed out. But there it is. That's the entry, getting in with options on a bad spread and scaling it out as it goes because that volatility was nuts. But I mean, that was big enough of a move. It was, nicely into the 5 figures, and that's it, done for the day. So nothing more than really just a breakout in the pre-market and a retest of that breakout with a target in mind. Just couldn't hold for the target, but more than satisfied. And that's it. That's all the work for the day. Other than that, I get to chat with you guys. So not much into it. And it's nice when trading is repeatable. It's not too complex. You just repeat it all the time, then you get good at it. That's when you know you're gonna find consistency. When you can just repeat it almost robotically. So this week it feels like every day I've been trading this retest of a breakout. It's been happening a lot. And now it's time for a break from all that. A couple of days off. But that's it, one and done. Again, outside of this, I've seen many opportunities. Faris talked about Nvidia. That one looked really good to me as well. The SPY looked really good a little while ago to get long. Meta could still shape up to break through 605. And yeah, there's still plenty. But one's enough.
So would you take a Tesla long now if it comes to 246.50?
Tesla, let's see. I'd go on the 30-minute first. 246.50. Yeah, that's the breakout area. I would look for here, right here, about 15 minutes, 30 minutes ago. When it got to it and it consolidated below the area, I would enter that breakout and the retest. I would add in and look for the same move again. Just continue up to the next level, 250.5. Same move as it did earlier. Same thing. Actually, it'll probably go longer because it found new buyers down there. It could probably keep going. But yeah, now it could still be good. It could still come back into a retest if you get the retest. A retest is not just it comes to the level. It has to truly bounce off that. You got to watch that tight price action on the 1-minute chart. But yeah, that's the structure for me. So far, that structure is pretty good. You looking to take that, Faris?
No,
Not your
I'm
style.
done. Tesla,
Yeah.
I think for me, from my standpoint, like reversals are usually not good, but this is the Tesla. If I was taking it, I like taking trades around this area. Like my area of like entry was somewhere around 240, 250 and 244. Between that would be my area of interest. And that's where I would be willing to take a long. But now it's too extended for me. I like to add like these 245 area, then 248 area. These are like a good areas to add, but not to get into a position for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You want to capture the bigger moves to get in earlier. 242, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, even here, like there's two structures I'm seeing on Tesla right now. I'm seeing the breakout of the level here, about 246.50, which we got two opportunities already. And also on the other side, you may be able to see a reversal as it's been bearish, right? Popped to 250, been bearish, and it's done a reversal. And now again, just a continuation of the reversal. In the end, you end up taking the same trade, but on two different perspectives. I'm able to see, at the moment, I'm seeing both on Tesla in today's price action. So interesting stuff. Lots of opportunity. Again, yesterday was like this too. I just saw lots of opportunity everywhere. So fun. Nice when Fridays are pleasant. Well, nice when every day is pleasant. Cool. Matthias, you want to know about the retest of the breakout again? Okay. Sure enough. What is a good example? Right here on Tesla. If you look at the 1-minute chart, you have the consolidation and then the breakout happens. And after the breakout, this pullback. This pullback is a retest of the breakout. And you can see it's actually quite precise. You see the top of the resistance here, the top of the consolidation right there where my pointer is, 246.71. Sure enough, the bottom of the red candle is just about 246.71. It pushes off from there, the retest is complete and you get long. So it's actually price action that gives you the precision. The levels give you an area. That's how I see it. Division V, I didn't have FOMO until you mentioned it right now. What the hell?
What's the name? What's the ticker?
No, Tesla. Just the Division V here in the chat. He's talking about FOMO. I didn't have FOMO until he told me I have FOMO. Damn it. There it goes. Tesla's a ripper.
Yeah,
Gosh.
Tesla is gonna break the highs now.
Yep. Tesla is good fun. Oh man. Wow. Nvidia is sitting there around 121. So Nvidia now, from my perspective, 30-minute picture, I wouldn't trade it long here. I wouldn't start a new position here. Tesla, I would have started it a little while back, 246.50. And the only thing that I may be interested in starting a new position going long would be Meta if it breaks out 605. It's kind of consolidating there. But it's not as neat as I would like it to be. Again, hitting that resistance, and you're looking for a breakout of resistance, basically. So the Meta's wild. Meta's like a low float stock that's $600. I love Preeti. Yes, Paris is not going to go bankrupt with Tesla. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine. Everyone's on you. You'll be just fine. Jace P. Yes, you're welcome for the lines. An extra layer to trading. Good. Well, as long as it helps you focus. That's, as you said right here, focus is important, right? For me, focus comes from less things to look at. The more stuff I look at, the more I see things contradicting each other. That's why there's nothing on my charts but candlesticks and lines. And it improves my trading. So you got to figure that out for yourself. What works for you, right? That's important. A beta about SPY. What do you think about what's up? I don't understand what you wrote here. You talking Russian or something? What is this? What do I think about the SPY here would be, where is it? It's going up, but it's not a place I would trade it. It's gone already. It's too far out there. I see 564.30 as the next level up, which is basically the high of a couple of days ago. Yeah. So there we go. How'd you guys do on YouTube? Having fun? Had a good morning so far? Tesla, Nvidia, Apple was interesting too. AMD was very cool at the morning, early. Big ABCD pattern. Fun. Yeah, guys. So today and yesterday, both to me, they're the same. It's a lot of opportunities for all kinds of strategies, whatever your strategy is. And so it's important you identify your strategy or maybe two that you use and really get good at executing them. And yesterday and today would be ideal days for almost every strategy. And yeah, even in BBT, we have all that with the education center. It's all the various strategies. As there's one whole section where I think Carlos was talking about it. It's like 29 strategies now we have, 29 videos. These are all short bite-sized videos, 5 to 15 minutes long. And you get a good rundown of the strategies. So once you really, yeah, 29. Thanks, Carlos. Yeah. So once you get a good feel for the strategies, an overview, and then you can dig into more detail and identify it, and then you're on your way in trading. So, the power of the community and power of working with people who've been doing this for a while. That's what it's all about with Bearable Traders. So grateful to be here, and you guys gotta come and check it out. A whole lot of fun. There we go. Got the link in there. Just for $1? Wow. What the hell, man? What was this $1 thing when I was broke and trying to figure out day trading? What the hell, man? I paid like $3,000 or what? I don't even know what. Oh man.
I am that guy who paid I think 350 or 400 for the lifetime membership. Even Carlos was one of that guy, I guess.
You guys, shit.
I still have that account with me.
Wow. It's like a collector's item sort of thing, an account you can
Yeah,
sell it
I
on
can
auction.
prove it. I like when I go to my that account and it says how much you paid for the lifetime, it says like 350 or something.
Wow. Shit, man. I love it. Yeah, I got the lifetime as well, but by the time it was 10 times more expensive or something. But anyways.
Okay, I got out a little more on Nvidia. My final exit would be around 120, 150. I got out at 120, 130 now. So I think it's stepping up really nice. So I think 120, 150 and 122 are even possible, but I'm running out of shares now. So I'll get out at 120, 150.
Nice. Yep, I've got 122.50 as a target. At least the next level up on my charts. But yeah, it's moving fast.
122.50. Okay.
Avinacci stuff. 122.50 is next. As long as the structure holds, that's where it looks like it wants to go. But it's really up there already, going fast. Extended. And there goes Meta. Who caught the breakout? We were just talking about it. Somebody catch it. Somebody catch it. Now I'm really getting FOMO. Shit. Ah, that's a big trade already on Meta. Boom. Lorenz, you're in it. Nice. Go get it. Let it run. Let your winners run. Just got to break through this high of day area, 606. And then you're really on your way. Using my strategy. All right. Good, man. Glad it's working. You just got to do it enough times. Get your repetitions in. You guys talking about here in the chat? 2028. Anyways. Yeah, look at Nvidia is just all buying. Even just looking at candlesticks, it's all every time it drops even a touch, it's been pushing.
Yeah, yeah.
All buyers. And there goes Meta now, likely breakout. No, not happening. There it is. Meta just broke out. Just a couple of pennies above right now. 606.50 is a key area. Love that. Love that. Tesla as well, working nicely, going through to that high, which is 251. Yeah, just about 251. Is the target up there? Man, so many opportunities. What the hell?
148.
Yesterday I was into all these trades. They're all the same kind of thing, really. Must have taken like 15 trades yesterday. And today is like, nope, that's enough. One is okay. But it's the same thing, same kind of price action.
Perfect. Okay.
There you
All out. All out. 121.56.
Nice. Beautiful. Look at that. Very, very nice. That's the thing, guys. You keep your losers small, you keep your winners big. You just need one winner. You take multiple stabs at it. One of them works and you're good. And even the
Yeah.
ones that don't, sometimes you get just partials. That's good enough. That those aren't losers. Then you get one that is the winner. And that's it. That's really how it works. You don't need a massive win rate. You control your risk. Yeah, that's how you get through. You can see it right there on the chart.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that, it turned out to be a good trade, but, one of the common things that you always have to do once you are in the world of trading, you always have to question yourself that what was a great way to trade? What would have your ideal trade looked like? My ideal trade, based on my setup, would have looked like this. Take an entry here, add more at 119.40, keep your position in such a way that your stop loss is below 119 or 118.80, and then once it claims and VWAPs and once it tries to hold this area, add more. I wouldn't add here. I was looking at it, and then add at here, this area. This is a very good add at the breakout, and then scale out to the 121, 122. That would have been my ideal trade on the way it would look like. Now there are all clear buyers who are trying to step in. But yeah, you always want to question on how can you visualize your ideal trading. I was able to get in at a good point of entry that I was thinking once it claims the pre-market range, and then add at the areas where I saw a buyer stepping in, which was 119.40, and then scale out on my profits as and when it goes to 121, 122, 122 overall. Yeah, I think 122 was possible. Very, very nice, Bob.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Visualizing. I do that all the time. Every day I'm done with trading, I take a screenshot of all the price action and all the time frames, without any executions on it. I'm trading options anyway. But I keep a massive database of this and I keep building it every day and I revisit all this price action, probably the next day or next week or whenever. Sometimes today these days I'll look at price action from 3 years ago and just visualizing what would I do with this? How would I interact with this price action? And what would be the ideal situation? It's really great. You really visualize it when the market's closed, when you're cooled off, you're not, in any FOMO state or whatever the hell. Those are
Yeah.
excellent exercises. I've been doing that a lot as well over the years. Really helpful. And you find insights, that you're like, oh, wait a sec, I could do that. And you try that out, you back test it and you try it out and you find something new and off you go. You keep growing as a trader. So very important. That's a good one. Always visualizing.
And Seth Siddiqui, so for the commissions, I don't pay. I pay zero in commissions because I use Schwab. And people who are in US, you get zero commissions. You don't pay. So broker doesn't love me like I love Tesla. So, but there are SECs and FINRA and all of those charges that add up. But you have to pay anyways, irrespective which broker you are in. Those are the government charges that apply, but with Schwab, you don't have to pay commissions like the fees.
Wow, that's amazing. I can tell you
Yeah.
the opposite. Yesterday, I paid $10,000 in commissions.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Options, yeah, with Schwab, you have to pay. With
That's
even with Schwab. With stocks,
yeah.
you don't have to pay commissions. And I think, yeah, you take with that crazy of that's like nothing in front of uh
Mm.
the the money you make.
Yeah, well, commissions have to factor into your trades as an expense, just like in any business. You have the gross and then you have the net profits, and commissions are a piece of that. So, yeah, that was one of the biggest commission days for me, one of the bigger ones. And yeah, you got to factor that in when you're trading. You have options which are more expensive to trade commissions wise than equities, and then you have different brokers with different things, different deals. And then yeah, you factor in your size, the number of trades. You better make sure you get profitable trades. If it's less than 2 hours, it's kind of hard to make it worth your time. So I'm
Yeah.
looking always looking for the bigger ones. And as long as you can absorb the costs and it's still worth your time, no big deal. Works out very nicely.
Yeah, Mr. Manu, I use DAS with Schwab.
Mhm. Yep, there you go. Uh, MP, yeah, yesterday was 10K in just in commissions. Schwab, yeah, different brokers. Got a question here
You have
about
IBKR, right, Avi?
yeah, yeah, IB with the and I'm trading options, of course. So it's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
65 cents in and out per contract.
25
So
cents?
65 per
65.
per contract. So it adds up.
Yeah, I think it's the same with Schwab as well. I think they charge 65 cents too.
Mm-hmm. Something like that, yeah. So just make sure the trades are big. You can absorb all those expenses. And with options, you have the spread as well. You got to absorb the spread. You're always dealing with a bad spread. So there's that on the option side of things as well. I saw a question.
Piyush,
Uh,
I do not see much of a difference. I've traded with IB, I've traded with Schwab, and initially I was a very hesitant, considering that the IB charges commission for the active traders and Schwab doesn't, and I was a little um, hesitant to get switch to it. But when I switched, I did not see much of a difference. I think when you are trading through Thinkorswim using Schwab, the fills are very bad. But when you're combining the integration with DAS with Schwab, the fills are as good as with IB. So it's the because DAS is a direct access broker, right? It has direct access to the exchange, so they're able to like. I have no issues getting filled even with like 5,000, 10,000 shares of position, and I can get in and get out very easily.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's so important with day trading. You need the speed of execution. So that's where DOS is amazing. Just need that, especially if you're trading early in the day, of course. Well, I'm
Yeah,
beginning to see
no,
some real activity here on Microsoft. For the last 3 or 4 days, everyone on my mentee group were talking about it, and I said, I don't want to touch it. But now, in the last 30 minutes, it's finally exited a disastrous consolidation zone. So this might get interesting. Anyway, something to keep an eye on. There we go.
yeah, of course. CC, I'm sure Schwab would be doing that, and and a lot of other brokers do too. So about payment for order flow, Robinhood does that, and it's a very legal way of doing it on how you can charge for the order flow through the hedge funds. But and that's why nothing is free in the world, right? It's you have to understand if you're getting something for free, that means you are a product. Like all my orders would be visible to the hedge funds, but again, you wanna uh, does that matter? Like, would it matter if IBKR is not sending your orders details to the hedge funds? Would it make a difference? I don't know. So I'm okay with that. But I am not 100% sure if Schwab does that. I know Robinhood does that. They have like multiple, uh, you know, suits of how much they're charging to the order flow, but I'm not sure about the Schwab.
Yeah, they basically sell your order flow to Wall Street.
Yeah.
That's how they make money. Totally different model. Yeah, and on Robinhood, try and get filled. You take a while before you get filled. Every time. I mean, I used to use Robinhood but years ago. Yeah, not fun. Cool. What do we got here going on in the chat? Yeah, in the community, there we go. No, I don't own oil fields. Damn it. What are you guys coming? Where'd you
Only
get this?
if you were owning an oil field, you wouldn't see Avi here.
Oh my goodness. I would own an oil field in Abu Dhabi and I'd be sitting on a beach in Sri Lanka. That's the way to do it. Gosh. Oh, you guys. Oh man. Yeah, you're talking about it. Yeah, guys, yeah, the commissions were a big one yesterday. So it was in the end, it was like, I don't know, 45K a day after commissions. So, but the opportunities were there. Today could easily be that kind of day too, but it's just I'm done. Don't want to trade anymore. So again, absorb the commissions. Gotta understand these structures. What else we got here? Guys getting really chatty here, huh? Or am I missing a lot of these comments?
Yeah, Hardeep, I'm trading for the past 11 years now. So, how about you, Avi? When did you start?
This kind of day trading since 2019. So yeah, about 6 years
2019,
in.
6 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in the crypto world before that for a couple of years, but that's, very different. So I'd really say, yeah, 2019. Crypto and contrarian investing. I'm still in that. That's a different thing. Cool. Looking
So
around, we have
is pulling back
weakness.
now,
Yep.
just which makes sense.
A lot of weakness in the market for now. More like pullback rather than genuine weakness.
Yeah.
Matthew, no, I'm not the mafia as well. What you guys, man? You get creative on Fridays. What was every day something new? No, no, no. It's just BBT Mafia. Or is that something else? You'll see that in Vancouver. Come show up, see what
What's
happens.
no, there is a term in Sri Lanka. What's that term? All
What?
the mafia. There's a different term for mafia in Sri Lanka. People, I forgot the name, but maybe you were dad in Sri Lanka, then moved to States, and then you became a mafia in States, and then you moved to Dubai.
I just had to get that citizenship, that passport. That's all.
So you're a citizen. You're a US citizen, right?
Yeah, I got that
Uh,
years ago. Yeah.
yeah. By the
Yeah.
way, happy Holi, whoever celebrates Holi, people who come from India, and so happy Holi to everyone who
Yeah.
celebrate
Happy
it.
Holi. It's Holi this week. Yeah.